Hey everybody, how's it going? Today is August 25th. It is a Thursday. You know what that means. Let's check out the latest news in the world of Monster Strike. We've got a few more details for the One Piece collab. Let's make sure you don't miss it out because there is not that much time left before it goes away forever. Probably forever. As you know, the collab will end on August 31st, 11:59 a.m. Japan time. Make sure you are very aware of that end time for the gacha if you do want to do some more pulls for it. We did get the announcement of a new Chokyu Kyoku Insidious quest. It features Kaidou here, and he is of the water element, and he will be a Chokyu Kyoku quest that features it in a form where all you have to do is clear it to get him max luck, which of course means that the quest will likely be on a harder scale for this quest. But in return, you will clear it once equals max luck Kaido will drop for you. So again, no need for a max luck, no need to farm him, just clear it and you are good. Which makes sense given how much little time we have before he goes away with the collab. His first appearance will be on the 26th of August at 7 p.m. Japan time and will last until the 31st, 11:59 a.m. Japan time. Again, not much time. Do not dilly-dally. It might be a little difficult, again, because of the nature of how you can get him. But do know that he is going to be available at max luck on drop. We are getting a new collectible monster, and it features a combination of Law and Kid here. Sorry, I don't know their full name in the world of One Piece. But new missions will be added on August 26th, 4 a.m. Japan time. So, you know, a few hours, you know, you wake up in the US time zone and, you know, you'll be able to see those new missions. We'll get a few new rewards, and you can see there on the right that we'll be getting a nice new Strikers card, which I think the design looks quite nice. Obviously, it looks quite appropriate with a One Piece character, but I'm sure it looks just as great with a character like Lorelei. These new missions will be completable until September 3rd, which means you do get a little bit of time after it goes away, but just keep in mind that the missions will have disappeared, so you would be relying on stocked quests in that additional time area. Now, what are the new rewards? Well, here are a glimpse at the new total berry rewards. Again, remember, when you clear missions, you get a berry bounty, and that adds up to your total score. Once you reach these levels, you will get the appropriate reward. So you can see on the the 47 million, I think, reward? No, 400, let's see. I mean, because Japan uses, right, the man is 10 to the 4th, oku is 10 to the 8th, I think. So, yeah, 470 million? 470 million, I think. But you'll get one drop of Law and Kid. You will need that for a mission, so make sure you pick one copy of Law and Mission that way. You'll also get a title along with that at 550 million. You'll pick up an alternate strike shot for Ace there, also with a title and a badge to go next to your lovely name when you play co-op. At I guess I skipped the proper order. At 500 million berries, you'll get the alternate strike shot for Law and Kid, also giving you another title. And at 620 million berries, you'll be getting Sabo's alternate strike shot voice, along with a title and another badge that you can use. And at 1.5 billion berries, you can pick up 2 additional titles, as well as that Mugiwara, I guess, you know, the skull and bones that that represent them. It's all over the logos, right? That will be available at 1.5 billion berries. Basically, just clear all the quests and you'll get that. Now, for the missions, actually, you know, I'm going to translate them. They are already translated on the next page. So let's take a look at the 5 new missions that will be added to the quest. You can see here that the first 2 quests are related to collecting God points, and it does look like on the official site that the God points are cumulative as of the start of the collab. So it's not, you have to collect another 100 points when it starts. If you have up to this point collected 100 God points, you are good, and it should be marked as clear. You may need to play one quest to kick the quest to actually, detect that you have enough. But based on what I'm seeing on the text, if you already have earned that much, you will be okay. You got a level at 100 points, which will give you the title. Jisho Kogetsu Oden. I'm sure that means something for you One Piece fans. You'll also earn 20 million berries by clearing that. You can also get a reward clear at 250 God points total collected. That will give you an alternate strike shot voice set for Yamato. That will also net you 30 million berries. You also get an additional quest for Big Mom's quest. If you clear her quest with Law and Kid in your party, you will get 99 additional copies of Law and Kid, which of course will allow you to max luck him. Obviously, that's the only way to do it, so make sure you get that. And like I said, remember, you will get Law and Kid as a cumulative reward for your total berry count. So make sure you are clearing all of those missions so that you can pick it up so you can take on Big Mom's mission here. Clearing her mission with Law and Kid in your party will also earn you a cool 100 million berries. And last but not least, our missions related to the no quest that we were talking about. Kaidou's quest will have 2 missions associated with him. The first is just to clear his quest with a One Piece monster in your party. Doing that will get you alternate. Sorry, I thought I heard something. We'll get you an alternate strike shot voice for Kaidou there, along with a title saying Hyakuju no the 100 animals. It's a term they use for the lion, right? Like the king of all of the animals. I think that's the theme they're going for there. Clearing that mission will also earn you 100 million berries. And of course, the challenging mission, the second part, is to clear that quest, which is of course a water quest with 2 fire monsters in your party. Of course, that puts you at an elemental disadvantage there, so we'll have to see how difficult that is. But if you want that One Piece Strikers card, you are going to need to finish this quest with 2 or more fire monsters in your party. I would not be surprised if Luffy and or Ace are going to be great monsters for this stage. So we'll see what happens there, but getting that One Piece Strikers card might be a bit difficult. However, it does earn you that 800 million berry reward, which of course will get you easily to, or I guess it's necessary for you to get that 1 point whatever billion tier reward in this game. So again, these missions will be available on Monst on Twitter, so if you want to get these missions at any time, make sure you follow there, or you join us on the Discord channel to see it in the general chat pins or the server bulletin, which is always available. Of course, do not forget that the next Monster Strike Day on the 30th will be our last opportunity to pick up additional good job stickers for the One Piece collab. That is going to be your last chance, so make sure you do not forget if you did not pick it up the first time. Speaking of Monster Strike Day, on the 30th, you will also be able to pick up these 3 items just by exchanging for luck. Remember, you can get luck by selling monsters, and the amount of luck that is on those monsters will be converted into that currency called luck. You can pick up 1 Waku Waku Min, a orb exchange ticket. Remember, this requires you to have less than 200 orbs on hand to exchange for them. There's also a limit of 40 tickets per month. You can also pick up 5 stamina mins, which might help you out there. And if you have 3 or more lucky monsters, you can also pick up a Waku Waku stick as well. In addition to picking up those picking up those good job stickers, this is your last chance to pick up Chihaya's alternate strike shot voices. On the 30th is your last opportunity to pick that up. Remember, you do not have to have her. You can just pick her up and use that. People were wondering if the castle would come monthly, and the answer is yes. The castle will be back on September 1st, and you can try that punishment one more time if you enjoy it. It will be lasting until the 21st of September. And for those of you who were able to complete the entire castle last month, if you do it again this month, that will get you a total of 100 cleared battles. That means you will be able to get that first guaranteed 6-star gacha pull on the castle. For me, I got about halfway through. I think it was 25 or 26 battles that I got around. Maybe a little less than that, but I know I was like at a 2 2-month pace to pick up the rewards. So yeah, I mean, it was difficult, but one thing I'm proud about is I was able to do all those 25, 26 battle clears solo. Solo / with my tablet borrowing monsters for my benefit. But not bad. I mean, I might try to see if co-op is a thing, but it's just too frustrating as it is, and I trusting game with people for this. No, thank you. But anyways, other Monster Strike stuff, I guess the castle is other Monster Strike stuff anyway. We are getting a new Monster Strike Day exclusive Insidious. They only come on Monster Strike Day. We got Tyrfing here in the Dark Element that will be coming on the 30th, and it'll start at 8 p.m. for his debut. And of course, like I said, it's only available on Monster Strike Day, so if you want to take him on, you gotta make sure to stay up late to do that if you're in the States. But of course, Monster Strike Day Insidious means we're going to get this form, the Sealed Insidious Chokyukyoku Fu form. This, of course, when cleared, unlocks a special art form, but in exchange, you get no Ableberry support or any of the badges that you get through the soul points. Those will be disabled, and of course, requires you to take this on, this difficult quest on without much support. I don't think I have not finished any of them, by the way, so it is quite difficult. They did also announce a new Shugoju, new Guardian Beast. We've got Rakuni here, and his debut will be on the 26th, Friday. That's tomorrow, noon Japan time. And he's got an interesting ability here. He will give friendly units X HP healed for a set amount of turns. That's of course a regen kind of thing. So I'm not sure. I don't think I caught them saying how many turns it would be. I expect just until they make their next move. But you can see that the level requirements is not the requirement. The level status change is really interesting. On level 1, you'll get 1500 HP healed per turn, but on level 10, it's 9000 HP healed per turn. Which is why I think it's just going to be until the monster makes its next move. But that is quite a significant amount of healing. So very interesting thought. And I don't know if you watched my rundown video for One Piece, but this might be a good target for your leftover shards, because maybe it is just not necessary to upgrade Chopper there. But the requirement is going to be a little difficult here. It does require you to collect 8 items on the stage you're on, and to be honest, if you're picking up hearts, you're really hitting the weak points. Remember, the more times you hit the weak point, the higher chance it has to spawn an item there. Maybe that's okay, but 8 is definitely on the high side. So I don't know. We'll have to see how usable Rakuni will be. And to wrap up this video, we've got a new Transcension Kai. We've got Othello here. I think the art looks nice. It's a nice upgrade from his beast form that we had in his transcended form. But null damage wall, null transport wall, laser barrier, and then super laser stop. Sorry, laser barrier slayer, along with super laser stop. His connect skill is super null warp, weak point slayer, and gravity barrier slayer M. However, do keep in mind that there is no gravity barrier abilities for Othello, which I don't like to see. Kind of a bummer to see that. But his connect skill is 2 or more different types than himself, which he is a power type, by the way. Or your team's total luck totals 100 or more. Strike Shot is an 8+8 bash and laser follow-up. And, that's kind of boring, but we'll see what the damage output looks like for that. Obviously there's some give and take with the low turn count, but not a good Strike Shot. Bump combo, super round flash, and white blast EL. And that is it for today. Monster Strike news next week will be at the same time as usual, so make sure you tune in here if you want to get the latest and greatest news in English. Here are the next week's lucky monsters. Cylon there is unfortunate. I definitely don't have him. Yeah, I'm not actually sure how many of these monsters I'll have, so maybe next week is going to be a little sad in terms of farming. So anyways, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. I know some people might be, I saw in the Discord some people are upset that Shanks wasn't available. I did say on my last video that when I was watching Shiro's video, he wasn't expecting Shanks to come because, of the fact that none of the other collabs with with One Piece so far, even the One Piece games, none of them had Shanks show up. So, Shiro was feeling quite pessimistic about that. And, I shared that information, and I wasn't too surprised to see no Shanks here. So, I know that's a little disappointing to some, but looks like that's, for whatever reason, a thing for this collab. So, I mean, of course, we'll see maybe what Puzzles and Dragons do next, because they come immediately after Monster Strike ends. It goes to Puzzles and Dragons, so we'll see what characters they release. But like I said, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I really do appreciate your viewership as always. And of course, ENG Monst Discord channel available for you to join in. And actually, that's not it, because I do have some updates for the One Piece collab that you may be interested about. Some details about the strike shots, which were still a little bit cloudy in terms of how they work. So if you're not interested in this, go ahead and you can turn off the video or just leave it on to the background, finish it. But let's take a look at Luffy first. So Luffy has an interesting mechanic with his strike shot. I said there was just some mechanic that was tied in to give some weird range of damage, but we found it out now. You can see the replacement now in red. For the first gear, it is a base 12 times attack boost times the current battle number factor that he is on. We'll go over that on the next slide. For the tier 2, gear 2 of the strike shot, that bonus increases to 14.4 times his attack. Now, what is the battle number factor here? Well, let's take a look at this one. Well, his follow-up attack, the last part, where he transforms and punches the monster there. That multiplier depends on which battle number you're on, right? You start the stage, that's battle 1. When you end the stage, it's usually battle 8. Obviously, if you skip stages, you're not going to get the bonus that you would have normally gotten. But looking at the battle number, it's on the bottom left of your screen too, by the way. You can see the multiplier increases. The first battle is at an even 1 times multiplier. Second battle, you get a 1% bonus. Third battle, 4%. Fourth battle, 10%. Fifth battle, 17%. Sixth battle gets you 27% bonus. Seventh battle is a 40% bonus. And if you have 8 battle stages, you are getting a cool 54% attack boost for Luffy. However, there's an important point here, and I think this is to really, control his damage output. There is a penalty to his weak point damage on the follow-up attack, where it will only do 1/3 as much as usual. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, what? They're making it weaker if you hit the weak point? No, that is not the case, because you got to remember how, when you have that kind of bash strike shot with a follow-up, you got to think of the entire hitbox of the monster. And if you want a visualized detail, you can look at Keidora's YouTube channel, or Gami-kun has a good channel. If anybody's interested on it, just ask in the comment below and I'll give you a link to that description. It's obviously in Japanese, but it does illustrate what's going on. And I can't just steal their video, so I don't have it here. But what this basically means is when you have that kind of follow-up strike shot, there are 2 hits that are considered in that attack, right? One being the physical hit that you do to the boss when you bash him in the first place. The second is determining whether or not you hit a weak point, right? Luffy here is not a guaranteed weak point hit, right? So where he ends up hitting the boss does make a difference in that multiplier effect, right? So, like I said, that first hit is a 1 times damage because you hit the boss. The second one, if you hit the weak point, would normally give you a 3 times damage boost, right? That's what the normal multiplier for a weak point hit is. However, if you miss, that's just another hit. And just think of it, if there's a weak point, the hitbox is still there. But because it's not active, right? Usually there's 3 different locations where the weak point is, right? Because it's not active, it's just a standard hit. So you get a 1 times damage hit. So if you hit the weak point, it will be 1 times, 3 times added to give you 4 times the damage. If it's not active, 1 times, you get 2 times damage. Now, we said that there's a penalty for Luffy's strike shot here, which will reduce the damage that is done from the weak point portion of the hit to be 1/3 as usual. So, if you end up hitting the weak point, you'll get 1 times plus 3 times, but take the penalty divided by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so you get 1 plus 1 for a total of 2 times the normal damage. If you don't hit the weak point, which is probably going to be most of the case, because it's kind of hard to control where Luffy will end up hitting him in the end. But if you don't hit him, that will mean 1 plus 1 times, but you got to take the penalty for the weak point, which is now 1/3. So you'll get 1 plus 0.33333 to give you 1.33 times the normal damage there. So, very technical. For most people, you don't have to worry about it, but just know that there is a little bit, if you're looking at the numbers, there's a little bit of tomfoolery around there, which may explain why it took a while to figure out what's going on with the damage count, right? But for those of you who don't care about the numbers and just want the TLDR, it doesn't matter. Just if you hit the weak point, you're going to do more damage. You're not going to do as much damage as usual for these kind of style strike shots, but you will do more damage. And also, look at the details for Luffy's strike shot. The amount of buff he gets just for moving around. 2.5 times for the first gear. 3.0 times for the second gear. That is insane. You're going to get more damage out of that multiplier rather than the follow-up damage. So keep that in mind. Also, look at the difference that you get on the gear 1 and the gear 2 strike shot. 2.5 times buff versus 3 times buff. 12 times damage for the follow-up attack to 14.4 times. You don't really get that much more bonus by waiting for the second gear. So don't be afraid to use Luffy's strike shot at the first gear, really. It is quite strong as it is. And if you have that opportunity or you're afraid, don't just wait to use the strike shot. You should have confidence to use Luffy's strike shot on the first gear. So anyways, that's the advice for Luffy. Quite difficult to detail. Now, let's go over Zoro real quick. Zoro has some kind of bug with his strike shot that will be coming with an upcoming update. But basically, Zoro has a follow-up attack which has percentage damage linked to it. However, if you end up hitting a drone, for example, any monster that has really high HP, like the Oni in Yamatake, for example, right? That guy has 999999999 HP. If you end up hitting that monster or that drone first, it'll take the percentage damage to that. But Zoro will keep moving, and when he's done moving, he darts towards that target to do the percentage damage. The problem is when he is darting to do that damage, that dart motion, if any monster is cut along that path, they will also take the percentage damage of the target here. And that's not what was the expected behavior of Zoro's strike shot. I'm assuming they're probably going to change it so that it's percentage along the way rather than to the end target. But we'll see how they fix it. But it does present a nerf. However, that will break a lot of stuff that I don't think they intended to break, or they didn't intend to break it that way. So in the upcoming update, they will be fixing Zoro's behavior there. So if you've noticed he's done insane amount of damage when you hit a drone first, for example, that is not the intended behavior and will be fixed very soon. I mean, but you can at least have in your pocket that Zoro does not suffer from the weak point penalty that we were talking about earlier, so don't worry about that. Sanji, do note that his rating was reduced to 7.5 on game width. Looks like he was not as good as initially assessed. Also, bad news for him, he also does suffer from the same 1/3 times weak point penalty on the follow-up portion, just like Luffy. So all of the things that I was saying about, you know, how the damage calculation works, that will also apply to Sanji as well. And just some updates on some rating adjustments from GameWith. They did bring down Sabo's rating from an 8.5 to 8.0. You know, I'm not sure what the change is there for, but Yamato was increased in return from 8.0 to 8.5. I mean, I've used actually Yamato a lot with, you know, Big Mom's quest, I believe, right? And was it Big Mom's? There was some fire stage that I used her in it. She's a lot of fun to use for sure, and I love the animation that you get with Yamato. So they have increased her to 8.5. So if numbers are everything to you, just do note that. And there we go. That's it for me today. Thank you for real this time. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. And I already said all of that, right? So I don't need to do it again. Anyways, thank you for watching. Do you know I really do appreciate your viewership. 26 minutes of your precious time to watch my video. I do thank you. So do you know that your viewership is appreciated. So until next time.